Can you say ooh goo and like the most highest pitched Loli voice you can do?
You're welcome.
All right, thanks, bud.
There's a lot of people that want to learn to become traps. The spotlight is on me because I lost all my notes and now I have to do this off the top of my head on what the process is. So before you do anything or continue, grab water. You have 20 seconds. Have you all gotten your water? Milk is good. Milk isn't good for the voice. I mean, it's good in general. I enjoy milk, but it's not good if you're going to start training your voice. Milk is bad for the voice, 100%. It's not good. It's nice and relaxing every now and again, but like it'll coat your mouth with this nasty formula and you're not going to be able to use your voice. Exactly, mucus. It formulates mucus, a lot of it. So, the starting point. Okay, so just a little background on how I came to the decision of starting a Loli voice. It started in Roblox, believe it or not. I wanted to troll people online because I saw this video of getting paid for paying a voice actress to do stuff. And I was like, I want to get paid to do that. So I was like, okay, I'm going to join Roblox and troll a bunch of clans. So I joined the Robloxian Infantry Corps. Yes, Roblox Pristine. Since then, I've moved on. I'm never going back there. But that was my training for the first 4 months of me doing this voice, and I just broke it to them that I was a guy, and they couldn't believe it. But there are some really serious, gullible people in this world that actually trust if you have a girl voice. Like, they would give me passwords and whatnot. They give me their Steam names. They give me their addresses. Yeah, it was dodgy stuff. Just a little reminder to never ever give your personal information out on the internet. Never really. If it's anything just a business email will be nice. Okay. First, so yeah, started in Roblox, did all that stuff. Then it started getting more serious. I was like, you know what, I should create a YouTube and whatnot. Oh, that'd be cool. So 2.5 weeks ago, I created a YouTube, and now we're here. All right. So the starting point of how you get this Loli voice. Okay. You should only be practicing if you started off for 30 minutes per 6 hours at least. If you practice over that when you're just starting out and you have a deep voice like mine, you're gonna die. You'll get burnt out because your vocal cords are just like a muscle. It's a muscle. You overwork it, and it will die. Period. You will get burnt out, and you won't be able to do it for the next 2 days. So do not over practice. Don't go overboard with the voice, even though it's fun to do and you want to learn really quickly. There are some people who are naturally gifted to actually pull off a voice like this. I'm not one of them. It took me time. Your voice is, if your voice is deeper, it doesn't matter. Like, anybody can do this. Just you need to put practice into it. That's why it took me 7 months. So I mean, why can't you? Well, it took me 4 months to get it professional, or at least proficient like this, and then 3 more months just to perfect it to the point where I can do other Loli voices and female voices. Yeah, it took 4 months to get it to the point where I was able to troll people on Roblox. So so there was that. So that's what I said. If you're taking notes, I suggest you take them, because I will be repeating them next week regardless, before I make my video on everything. But the first step is getting water. Second step is 30 minutes of practice every 6 hours. If it's starting off, after a week or two, you'll notice improvement. You'll be able to bend your voice. Fourth part for practicing, or third part, I should say, is voice yoga. If you don't know what voice yoga is, it's basically you completely going hoarse on your voice for the first day. You just go and just try to break it to the point where it's really easy to bend back and forth between every single voice. So if I had to give an example, the exercise I do, I'd like, I just break it over and over again so that it gets easier to transition between each voice. I know it's very beautiful, isn't it? It's pristine, quality content. Mwah, like an angel. Yes, exactly. It's not a troll. This is legit stuff. It's called voice yoga. You can look it up on Google. Like, this is how you do it. Sometimes you go in deep oohs like this. Sometimes you go. You just have to practice bending between all your different voice ranges so that you don't go falsetto or you go falsetto or whatnot. It can get confusing, but that's what it is. That's what I do before I actually start like doing everything. It's my warm up run. I do a warm up run, then I troll people. The most important part is whispering, and I don't mean whispering like this to the point where you're whispering to the mic really seductively, like it's free real estate. Not like that at all. Never do that. That's not what I mean by whispering. By whispering, I mean speaking very, very, very softly into your mic. Like this. Speak like this, you can barely hear me, but it helps a lot when you want to go higher and higher and higher. And of course, I'm going to start doing the example of how I just go higher, and then I get even higher because it gets easier more I practice every week. And then I noticed after the third week, it became really easy to me to actually transition between more and like, I know, holy heck, oh, what the fuck, oh, oh my gosh, Jesus Christ, what is going on? Ah, holy poop! I know, it's insane. Lily Pichu? I'm not Lily Pichu. You're Lily Pichu. A little example of what you go through after the first 2 weeks. You'll notice, I swear to you, you're going to notice improvement in your voice after the first 2 weeks. You're going to find it easier to switch between your different pitches in the voice. Like first you start off with my voice, then you'll go a bit higher like this. And then so you go here and then here. And you practice between just talking between those two. And then you'll get better. And then you go pitch up from there and you continue going many pitches higher and to the point where you're literally squeaking. And it gets very hard. All right, so fifth tip, if you have your notepad open or whatever, if you're taking another tip, is to watch videos on girls. I know that sounds creepy and wrong, but just watch videos on the woman voice, watch a documentary or something, or watch Lily Pichu or Nanas. It sounds weird, but you just have to listen to their voice and try to mimic them. You continue doing this for the first month, you're going to get the general pitch down and what they stress in their words. So you basically you examine how they speak. One of the cool little secret techniques they use to actually pull off that sort of anime voice, and it's going to sound weird. You're going to need to try this in real life, though not over the mic, please. Just try doing this. You put your tongue to the roof of your mouth, and then bite down on the back of your tongue with the two sides of your teeth. Sure, like it kind of sounds like this. Oh, like that. So here's me. I'll talk in my lolly voice like this without using the roof of my tongue technique. It's a weird technique, but you have to bear with.
It sounds like this, and it sounds very normal, doesn't it? No, that's not convincing at all.
We'll try a different technique after I drink some water. No, listen. Now push your tongue to the roof of your mouth like this. Push it to the roof and push it against the sides of your two top teeth. Your two back molars, you should be pushing against that.
And now you have like this cute little lisp, and it sounds amazing.
So you get that lisp. I know it's weird, but that's the technique you use. I don't know how to explain it any better. I don't know. There's another YouTube video on it. I'm out of water. Oh dear. No, but the technique it always works. You push your tongue to the roof of your mouth. You pull it against the sides of your back molars, and you're gonna get this really sound effect. You're gonna get it in all the words you say. It's gonna sound like this. And girls always end their sentence with an ah. It's very weird, but it's true. You'll see every girl they end their sentence with an ah sound. Like, let me type it in chat. Like that. It's fact. Males, we end in a sentence like this. Just like that. Done. Finished. With girls, it's like,
I don't want to end this.
It's, yeah. All right. So the roof with the tongue technique. Practice it. Look it up on YouTube. There's a video on it about it somewhere. But it's one of those things where you're going to find it easier to do your little girly voice like that if you put a little at the end of your voices or the end of your sentences. Another thing with I don't have the link. I watched it about 3 months ago. Like I don't really keep track of it, but I should have done it. It was in my notes, but then my notes deleted itself, or I just couldn't find it. I spent 20 minutes just looking for them frantically because I couldn't find them. That technique is important. Just the tongue technique and everything, blah blah blah, all that. The practice as well with practicing the what was I gonna say? It was really important because there's one other fundamental thing. Um, oh yeah, don't worry about your family judging you for this, because just tell them that this is a you can make a career out of this. Because I've been making a career out of it, and I've been getting business emails saying, "Would you like to voice over my anime?" I'm just like, "Yes, please. I'd love to do that." So just if your parents walk in and judge you, don't worry about it. My parents are very chill with it. All I said was, so I saw your YouTube video. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Are you making money off it?" I was just like, "No." "Okay, then start making money now." So they're all supportive of it. So that's cool. Many and another thing, this is actually a really cool thing, is that doing this voice will make you a lady killer as a guy. Like no joke. As a guy, you become an instant lady killer. It is really funny because I work at a bar and I have a lot of teenage girls or like 20-year-olds coming to the bar and ask, and like I just show them this off this voice and they're like, "Why are you man? Why are you caged up in your body?" I'm just like, I don't know, man. You control people and pick up ladies. It's a win-win. It really is, especially when you're working at a bar as a bartender. And you're like, "Hey, can I have your number?" Afterwards, of course they give it to me because I'm the one serving them drinks. So that's amazing. And so that's another cool thing is just you become an instant lady killer. It's amazing. I love it. So the things I went over: water, 30 minutes every 6 hours for the first 2 weeks. Don't overwork yourself. Watch girls on YouTube, watch girl voices, listen to them, not creepy at all. Just listen to the voice, try to get the pitch right. If you can't, you can't. Fourth tip, go a pitch up every day, or at least try to bend your voice to doing multiple things. 5 is doing the tongue roof technique so that you get that in there. You get that little every time you talk. It's very important because that makes you sound 10 times more convincing instead of like a guy like this. Sixth tip is, yeah, inform your parents that you're doing this and that it can make you money and they won't judge you.
Hey, can you explain the tongue roof technique again, like really briefly?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't explain hard enough. Okay. So what I mean by the tongue roof technique is you have your tongue and you have it in your mouth and you're using it to speak over and over again. But you can make it your girl Loli voice sound more convincing if you barely move your mouth and keep your tongue pressed to the roof of your mouth. So now I'm talking like this at my tongue pressed at the roof of my mouth. It sounds very wrong.
But if you lower your voice, it doesn't sound so wrong.
And if
Oh,
you
yeah.
completely incorporate that in, if you squeeze it between your two back tonsils, your two back molars that you have, like for me, I have a wisdom tooth that grew in the back, and as well as my permanent molar that's back there. You put your tongue between those two things, and you squeeze your tongue against them, try to break your teeth apart. And that's the best way I can explain it. And it's just like
It becomes really easy, and then you have this little cute little sound effect.
like that. It's just
Oh,
I don't know
oh
how
my
to
God.
explain it
Okay.
really better. I'm sure there are other YouTubers that can explain it, but it's just
Yeah.
that's what it is. I'm a terrible teacher, I know.
All
Apologies.
right. Thank you.
So, how long can you speak in the lolly voice before your voice gets too strained?
3 hours. Proof is on my stream that I did the week before or on Tuesday, I think. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes. It's because do you think people like me with a French accent can do a good Loli voice?
Absolutely. No, anybody can do this. My friend who's German, that if you know Faker from some of my first VR chat trolling videos, he did a couple skits with me. Yeah, he did this. It took him a week. and he's very proficient now, and he's German. Anybody with any accent can do it. It doesn't matter if you're Russian, doesn't matter anything. You just have to put your work in. If you put practice in, you can go anywhere. And I can't stress that enough. My teachers can't stress that enough. Practice makes perfect, and that's what's important.
Okay, thank you.
And drinking lots of water as well.
Well, hello, sir.
Hello, how are you?
I was wondering, is there any voice exercises you personally recommend in order to improve someone's voice flexibility?
Yes. That's what I said earlier with the voice yoga. If you just like look up on YouTube, and I can actually just tell you, just going down here and just like do re mi fa sol la ti do, and just keep going up from here, like do re mi fa la ti do re mi fa la ti do re mi fa la ti do. Like just practicing going higher and lower, like just basic exercises you can find on the internet, like just words you can say, like Irish wristwatch, Irish wristwatch, Irish wristwatch, but just start going higher in the pitch.
Irish wristwatch, Irish wristwatch, Irish wristwatch.
It can get really hard, but that's the best. The best exercises are like just you trying to hurt your voice for the first day or for the first 2 minutes. You don't want to do voice yoga too long, otherwise you're going to kill your voice and you won't be able to practice. You just do it as a way to like warm up. So like the main warm up I do is just just getting all the disgusting stuff out of your mouth so that you can actually start like doing the actual voice. It's just, it can be completely ridiculous, retarded, artistic sounds, but it doesn't matter. And then of course,
All right. That was that was actually a very informative and amazing answer. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Should you breathe with your stomach and tense your abdominal muscles to support your voice, or isn't that necessary?
Nope, it's not necessary at all. Just whisper.
Okay, thanks.
Like some people say speak from the heart, speak from your stomach. No, don't speak from your throat, because that's where you get the lolly voice. You don't get it down here speaking huge humongous bass notes. You get it from up here, speaking in your throat like
if you do the lolly voice, then do you feel
if I
pressure
did the
on your-
lolly voice talking from my stomach, it sounds like this, and it sounds really messed up. Don't do that. Don't do it.
Okay.
Speak up here. Speak up here. Think of it like you're saying it from your head, like it's the top of your brain.
Kill yourself.
Oh, okay.
Okay, thanks.
Is it even possible if you do your lowly voice if you are smoking?
Yeah, I this is actually something I do want to bring up in like one of the tips as well. Like I just forgot about it because I knew I had it in my notes somewhere, which is about smoking.
Yeah.
Yes, smoking will affect your voice doing this. Okay,
Yeah,
trust me.
okay.
I smoke very rarely, but I do smoke. But trust me, if you have a cigarette, if you have a pipe, if you have a cigar, you're gonna find it harder to do this voice. So
Yeah,
if you want to
okay.
do this professionally, smoke every once in a blue moon. Barely smoke at all, you'll be fine. If you just puff at it, but if you put it into your lungs, you're gonna kill your lungs. So
yeah,
if
of
you want to
course.
do this voice, I'm not stopping anybody. If anybody wants to smoke, you can smoke. You can do that. You can kill yourself faster, that's perfectly fine. Just don't. For me, I don't smoke. Not very
Okay.
rarely, because it will kill your voice, and I need to do this for my YouTube videos. And if I smoke too much and I can't do it the next day, then it leads into backups. That means I can't post content, and you guys are sad, and you're gonna kill me, and I'm gonna lose my subscriber base, and it's gonna be all over, and they're gonna die. Okay.
Okay, all right, good. Thank you.
All right. So that was
have a nice
The pitch, do you raise it every day or every week, and by how much?
every day well, when I was starting was every day, and then I got to the point where I could only raise it to 5 notches up because it got so stressful in my voice and I was killing it. So I kept there for a while, and I found out 2 weeks later it was getting easier. Then I just started going 1 up. It depends depending on like how skilled your voice is or how you've tweaked it. Some people are natural, some people can get it instantly like that. For me, it took me 4 months to get it really, really convincing. So
Does it hurt doing that voice at all?
it did hurt for the first 2 months. I'll tell you that much. It really put stress on my vocal cords because I wasn't used to it. The more I practiced, I found it was easier, and now it doesn't hurt me at all. Maybe I'll get burnt out if I do it for 3 hours like I'm going to do in the stream, because the stream's going to last a long time. I'm going to be using my lolly voice a lot, which means I'll get burnt out after probably two hours. and then it will hurt, but only hurt for like a couple seconds because I'm so used to it. But if I just keep water by my side, nothing can go wrong. Yeah. Hello.
Is it possible for you to just talk in a girl voice?
Anytime.
No, I mean like not a lolly.
Yes, it's very possible you talk in a girl voice. Do you want to hear an example? Can I get an F for respect in
Please.
the chat if you want me to hear? If you want me to hear
Mhm.
an example, okay.
Sounding like a teenager is actually like a teenage girl is very easy. You just have to not speak in a lolly voice, but still have the tone set right. Like it's you can sound like a white girl, or you can sound like yeah, it's easy.
Oh,
Jesus Christ, thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you, and please, everyone, unmute their mics. I just want to hear what it's going to be like.
Okay.
Day, my dude.
Practice, I'm at its fullest. Let's go, boys. Fun again.
Wow.
Oh no. Why?
Oh shit.
I'm gay.
I think I'm gay.
I'm gay.
I'm gay.
I was the first one to react.
Oh my lord.
Oh god.
Woo!
That was over an hour. Holy
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still recording.
Yeah,
sucks.
yeah.
One